So I've been doing a little bit of work on my Triang 61. It's, well, as you can see, it's got a door cut in the front which it shouldn't have. The windows are the wrong windows. It's got quite a lot of things that aren't right about it, but I've cut a new gable. So I've made a new gable and painted it, and I think the colour match is pretty good, so I'm going to stick that on. I'm only going to stick it on with tacky wax for now because I don't want it to be permanent. And then I've made a wood panelling for the back of there. The porchway is going to be like a little kind of greenhouse type thing, garden shed greenhouse. That's the idea anyway. And I am in the process of doing one for the back wall, and then that gap should be filled. So that's what I'm currently working on. Okay, and there I have the gable on. I may touch up these bits with some paint if I can to try and get a good colour match, hopefully the same to the colour I use for that, because I think that's quite a good colour match. Here is my little helper. There's sweet little Peter. There's Stanley snoozing, and there's Simon eating something he's not supposed to be eating. Oop. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, and I'm just currently waiting for the wood panelling to dry, and now I've got to make some borders to go around the windows here. I've got to have borders around there. I don't know whether to do those before or after I find windows, but anyway, it's a shame they were so messy with the glue and stuff there doing that, and it's a shame they didn't actually cut it to the right size. Oh, it's a shame they cut it at all, to be honest. There you go. It didn't cost me a lot of money, so I can make it what I want. The gables are looking pretty good, and we're going to continue with our renovations. My next task is to either make a door or close up the window of well, this area here. I have unscrewed the hinges, so I'm going to take off the front, and I'm going to see whether, well, what's best to do there. Obviously, if I try and fill up that space, I've got to then also try and colour match the paint, which is not necessarily going to be particularly easy. So for now, I may just try and make a door that fits that space. So I'll take that over to my desk. Right, first of all, I cut a cardboard template, and then I cut 2 pieces of board, as they will actually, at the moment, they fit in the top. They can rest in against that. Get them back in there, in like that. And I am wondering whether that's the best thing to do. It's just to make a door for now, but I will have to even that off a bit, because at the moment the door doesn't quite fit in properly, because it's not quite level at the bottom and at these 2 edges here. So I'm going to try and sand them down a bit and see how I get on. I'm going to glue the 2 pieces together. They're still not quite perfect, but once they're glued together and solidly dried, I'll be able to sand all the edges. And then I'm probably going to make some little panels to glue on the front of the door. But first of all, I need these all glued together tightly. So that's my next step. So it's all clamped together to dry, and I'm going to put it aside to dry. And now I'm going to paint these boards up the colour I did the gabling, ready to go on, and then hopefully the colour will also match the actual woodworking as well that I need to touch up. So I'm going to do that now. In the meantime, I've cleared off all the yucky sticky mess from around that window, so that's looking better now. And yeah, now it's just waiting for the paint, the glue and the paint to dry. I've cut some panels for the little door, which I think is going to look a bit like that. So I'm going to sand down the edges just to kind of, I'm not sure what the proper word is, but they'll be slightly edged. I know there's a proper word for it, but I have no idea what it is at the moment. So that's what I'm going to do now. Here is the door. I haven't put a handle on it or anything yet because obviously I'm going to paint it first, and it is going to fit in the doorway of the house quite well. I'm not sure I like it, so I may end up doing another one, but we'll see what it looks like painted. I've had a look up various vintage Triang doll's house stores, and a lot of them seem to be painted green, so I think I'm going to go for green, and hopefully it will look okay. The door fits in the frame, but because the frame hasn't been put on straight, my door looks wonky. So I'm going to actually take this frame off and make a new frame for the door, and hopefully then I'll be able to make it look a lot straighter. That is the plan anyway. So yeah, there's my door. I just need to take this framing off, which I think will probably come off. I'm not quite sure what it's made of. Look at these two. That's the racket that's going on. Interrupting my video as always. Yes, cheeky monsters. And as you can see, I've got bits of stuff all over the place where I've been working. So I've been trying different permutations of just how to frame the door, and I think I'm going to have to go back to scratch actually, because what I really need is a doorstep type thing just to support the door at the bottom. So I'm going to have to make my door smaller, and I'm going to make an internal frame with the doorstep, and then I can frame around the outside. As you can see, the border came off pretty well. I've just got to get some of the remaining glue off. A magic eraser works quite well, but it does disintegrate. So yeah, so this door was just a prototype. I'm going to have to go back to the beginning because this door will need to be smaller once there's a frame inserted, and the frame's going to have to be there's going to have to be an external frame to cover these holes obviously, but it's also going to have a fitted internal frame as well. So that's well, that will give me food for thought to work out how to do that. So I've made a frame and the door is going to fit in, so I'm making a new door. I've got to work out how to attach a hinge because I do want the door opening, and I'm going to think about some kind of panelling to put on the door. I'm not quite sure exactly what to do there yet. So my next stage is to do the panelling, and then when I've actually finished, I'm going to do a cardboard template that goes all around the side here, just to make it just look a bit cleaner, and that will be painted. So now I need to see if I can drill a hole in the sides to make hinges. Yep, I have to think about that one carefully. Trying out just how I want the door. I've made like a, that will be like the letter opener, you know, what do you call them? To put the letter flap, to put the letters through. I don't know whether to put the panels on or not, or to put grooves in the door like that. I'm actually leaning towards that because I've seen a few dolls' houses that have the grooves in them. So that's what I'm leaning towards at the moment, but I'm still not sure. And yeah, we'll see. Debating just what to do. I think this is going to be my design, so I'm now going to glue the bits on. So here's the little door. I now just need to fix it in the frame and hopefully get it in the doorway. Now to fit the frame inside the we have the door opening. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Very excited about this. And then this is going to go around the outside like so. Okay, so we're going to get that stuck down next. And here is it. Here's the front panel with the door in situ. I do have to paint the front step, and the little door does open. So quite chuffed with that actually. So the front is done, and the inside is done. Just need to stick it on, and we'll be away. So this window area cleaned up really nicely, and I'm going to put one of the window surrounds on, and then hopefully I'll also put the window in place. It almost feels wrong to put this shoddy window in place, but until I get replacements or work out how to repair this one, I'm going to put it in for now. It's only going to be stuck on with tacky wax, so it won't be a permanent fixture. Next I've got to get this window off so that I can put the board round this side as well. And here we have it with its new door and the window surrounds. As I say, hoping to find some new windows for it at some stage so that it's got matching windows. I believe that there should be a surround around this window as well, but I'm not going to take them out for now. I'm going to leave it just as it is. And the little door, of course, opens, and then we can go. So it's ready for some residents and to furnish. And I think and there's the inside, which is going to be like a little garden area. I'm just going to put the bench and that in it now. And then we have the little bench and the shelf above it. And as I say, it obviously still needs a lot more work here, but I'm quite pleased with how it's shaping up. So there we have my Triang 61 being revamped. And here is the inside of the door. I need to obviously put a handle on the inside. I forgot to do that. So I will do that next. And now we have a handle on the inside of the door. Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoyed watching my little restoration project of, well, I'm not sure you'd call it restoration as such because it was altering it. But seeing me make my little door for this cottage. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and feel free to leave a comment, and we'll catch you another day. Bye for now.